morning. Today, we are going to be working on Unit 6, Week 2, Lesson 3. Lessons 1 and 2 are just kind of summarizing what we did last week, which was understanding story theme, as well as variant vowels, and really working on focusing on our paragraphs, compound, complex sentences. There you go, Lesson 1 and 2 done. Lesson 3, we are going to be continuing identifying key events and summarizing. When you're looking for key events, I wanted to remind you what you're actually looking for is you're looking for a summary of the story. To create this summary, you need to look for characters, what they're doing, what they're saying, their actions, the setting, where is the story located, conflict, what's happening between the characters, the plot events, so the things that happen throughout the story that move the story forward, a resolution, so like how is it solved? How is the problem or conflict solved? And then the theme, the message. The message would then go into your summary. All of these, the character setting, conflict, the events, the resolution, and the theme, all fall under your main idea, what the text is mostly about. So you're looking for character setting, conflict, plot, resolution in order to then find your main idea. On Lesson 3, The Law of Club and Fang, it's an excerpt taken from a book called The Call of the Wild. There's actually a movie that's going to be coming out, and it's based on this amazing book that's full of adventure. Today, you're going to be only reading part 1. Tomorrow, you'll be reading part 2. So you're going to focus only on paragraphs 1 through 8. I'm going to show you how to do the first 3 key events all the way up to a husky attack. Okay, The Law of Club and Fang on page 12 of your text for close reading in Benchmark. This is still the same assignment you've been working on since last week. The title of our book is called The Law of Club and Fang, an excerpt from The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Remember to always read this part here. This tells you more of the setting because this is an excerpt. We don't know where we're at. The author hasn't had a chance to tell us because this was taken from the middle of the story. So the person who wrote this one needs to give us some background. During the Alaskan gold rush of the late 1890s, dogs were in demand to pull sleds through the snow. Buck, the large pet dog of a Californian ranch family, is stolen and sold into slavery as a sled dog. He confronts basic survival throughout the novel, from dealing with the brutal weather to learning how to avoid beatings from humans and attacks from other dogs. So our setting is the Alaskan gold rush in the 1890s. We have this dog who is stolen, and then he's forced to work as a sled dog. Once again, over here, we're going to be writing our key events, kind of what changes plot from time to time, and we're going to be underlining them and numbering them here. We're going to read from paragraphs 1 through 8. I'm going to stop at paragraph 2 and let you go ahead and finish pages 14, 15, and 16 on your own today. Paragraph 1. Buck's first day on Daya Beach was like a nightmare. Every hour was filled with shock and surprise. He had been suddenly jerked from the heart of civilization and flung into the heart of things primordial. Primordial means primitive, like before you have a lot of advanced technologies. No lazy, sun-kissed life was this, with nothing to do but loaf and be bored. Here was neither peace nor rest, nor a moment's safety. All was confusion and action. Every moment, life and limb were in peril. There was imperative need to be constantly alert. These dogs and men were not town dogs and men. They were savages, all of them, who knew no law but the law of club and fang. So, nothing really happened here. Like, we can't picture what's happening. But it's building in some suspense about our setting. So our setting is Daya Beach, and it's like a nightmare. So it's starting to describe feelings. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to change it to red. There it is. And I'm going to say Buck's first day on Daya Beach was like a nightmare. That's going to be our first key event because it tells us where he's at, it tells us the main character, and gives us a little more description of that setting. We're going to go ahead and keep reading. We're going to look for the second thing that happens or an introduction to a new character. Paragraph 2. He had never seen dogs fight as these wolfish creatures fought, and his first experience taught him an unforgettable lesson. It is true, it was a vicarious experience, else he would not have lived to profit by it. Curly was the victim. They were camped near the log store where she, in her friendly way, made advances to a husky dog the size of a full-grown wolf, though not half so large as she. There was no warning, there was only a leap in like a flash, and a metallic clip of teeth, a leap out equally swift, and Curly's face was ripped open from eye to jaw. Okay, so the two things we picture. One, we are introduced to Curly, and she approaches another dog. Okay, so Curly made advances to a husky dog the size of a full-grown wolf, though not half so large as she. Okay, so that's event number 2. You see Curly move on. And the next thing that happens, Curly's face was ripped open from eye to jaw. So that's event number 3. Okay, so right now, before we move on, we're going to save this. We're going to make sure we write those down over in our worksheet. Buck's first day on the Daya Beach is frightening, and that was page 12. Text evidence. Buck sees Curly approach another dog, a husky. You can say it in your own way, like we see Curly approach another dog. Page 13. The husky attacks and rips Curly's face, or Curly gets her face ripped open by this other dog, however you want to say. And as we continue going on, you're going to be summarizing whenever we're introduced to new characters, and then also when something new happens, when you see movement in your mind on the scene. That's saved, that's this. So on your own, you are going to be finishing up paragraph 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You are then going to write all those down, and using these, you're going to write a 3-sentence summary. I've given you an optional sentence frame here. When you're done watching this video, completing this worksheet, and writing this, you have done 3 tasks on your game board. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and I hope you enjoy the start of the story. You'll be finishing this excerpt of The Law of Club and Fang tomorrow.